Hey, on today's daily sprint, we're talking about increasing purpose, passion, and meaning. And today we're talking about continue our conversation with The Closer's Survival Guide by Grant Cardone. Really good book on not just sales, but on closing. And he's getting into some price closes. And I'm gonna go over 3 ways that you can help assimilate and be aware of what your price reflects about what you're doing, and maybe even what it could reflect about the types of clients that you're bringing in. So I love one of his closes here is it's a price objection. I understand that it's more money than you have budgeted. Do it anyway. And then he goes on, well, why would somebody do it anyway? So first thing that he's doing here, I'm going to go 3 ways to help us overcome the price objection and just be more aware of what the price objection really means, even if it's an objection. So number 1, when someone says, wow, that's a lot of money, or holy moly, my dad used to look at prices on a menu sometimes and he would let out this screech ah! And it was highly embarrassing growing up. But anyway, number 1, admit it. Just admit it. Yeah, it is definitely, my program is definitely a sizable investment. Let's get rolling. Because here's the thing, by them saying, wow, that price is high, or wow, like my dad would, that's a complaint. That's not a no. Who wouldn't? I get to the gas station, I complain every time, $3.99 for gas. And what do? I fill up the gas tank. You know, I go to the cigar, I go to the bourbon bar all the time, and sometimes I'm pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, these cocktails are $15. And then what do? I order a cocktail. So don't confuse a complaint about your price with an objection that they won't get started with you. That's very key, number 1. Number 2, reward is risk. Higher the risk, the higher the reward. If a stock goes on on sale today and it's you put $100 into it and then it doubles in value, great, you just made $200, okay? You put $50,000 on that stock and it doubles in value, you just made $50,000. High risk equals high reward. Number 3, that the price determines these things. Write these down. 1, how much value the other person sees. Okay, so higher price is they're seeing higher value, providing you're putting out higher value, which of course you are. Number 2, the price determines, now this is what the price does for the other person. It increases their adherence to your program, period. The more people are paying into your program, into your coaching service, the higher the adherence is going to be. And that's just real life. Okay, if you go order a $1.99 steak from Denny's, you're kind of like, hop, 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 hop. You go and order a $199 steak from Ruth Chris, you're savoring every bite. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You're telling everyone, you're taking a picture of it, put it on social media, right? Okay, so adherence to your program is going to be determined by your price. So if you're kind of oh my gosh, nobody's listening to me, nobody's following my system, I feel like I'm doing everything, no one's looking at it, look at your price. They probably don't have enough skin in the game to really take your program serious. That's huge. And then C, commitment level. Commitment level. Okay, I have a high commitment level to pay my mortgage. It's a hefty amount of money that we have to invest every month. Okay, so your price is also going to determine the level of commitment that people have to your program and the level of commitment that you're putting back to them. Okay, so it's really a good 2-way street. So those are 3 ways to help you through the price objection and just understand really what it is. Is it a complaint or an actual objection? Price determines how much value you others see, adherence, whether they're going to adhere to the program, your commitment level to them.